Notícia urgente. Glenn aparece novamente contando como funcionava o gabinete do ódio do Xandão. Parece que a República do Xandaquistão vai ruir. Se você ainda não conhece o Glenn, nunca critiquei, Glenn GREENWALD, vou apresentá-lo a vocês. Não vou fazer nem abertura nesse vídeo, então já deixe um likezinho, por favor. Olha tudo que esse moço conta, é estarrecedor. Dia 7 de setembro temos que ir às ruas exigir que o cabeça de ovo caia.
It's continuing to this very day. We've reported on how the secret orders function. This one judge, Alexandre de Moraes on the Supreme Court, he'll send an order to Twitter and Facebook and Google and TikTok and Telegram and Rumble. And I'll say, you are hereby required within the next 48 hours, within the next 2 hours, it gives them 2 hours, to ban all accounts of the following people. And he says, this order is secret and you're required to keep it a secret. We were able to get a hold of one of these secret orders in the beginning of 2023. We reported on the show. It was unbelievable. It just has lists and lists of people who are required to be banned. None of them were charged with any crimes. None of them were notified even of the issuance of this order. None of them had any due process to contest it. We reported all of that. He has imprisoned a lot of Bolsonaro's associates. In fact, we just did a major story where his top foreign policy advisor, Felipe Martins is his name, was part of an investigation, but has never been charged with any crime, let alone convicted of one. And Alexandre de Moraes ordered him imprisoned in March of this year, before any trial, before any indictment or accusation. And his argument for why he was ordering him in prison preventatively before trial was based on a complete falsehood. Namely, a reporter very friendly to the court falsely claimed that Felipe Martins had left Brazil on a presidential plane with Bolsonaro and never came back. There was records of him entering the U.S., but no records of him leaving the U.S. and re-entering Brazil. And therefore that proved that he somehow evaporated, and that proved that he was a flight risk, and he was in prison, in a very harsh prison condition for more than 6 months. And we wrote an article about it about 2 weeks ago detailing there was a mountain of evidence showing that Felipe Martins never left Brazil, that he wasn't on the presidential plane, that he was in Brazil the entire time, to the point where even the prosecutor asked for his release. And this judge kept him in prison based on nothing, unjustly. And then he finally got out of jail last week. And these are the kinds of abuses that have been taking place repeatedly, all in the hands of this one judge. So about a month ago or so, or maybe a little bit longer than that, we were able to obtain a gigantic archive of messages, audios, documents, texts, all kinds of conversations that came right from the heart of the chambers of this judge. Basically, in order to serve as judge and at the same time investigator, the charge of the police. So he would instruct the police arms of the court to go and investigate, and he would tell these police arms, don't make it look like I'm the one who asked for this investigation, or I'm the one who said that these people should be investigated. You write a report saying they should be investigated and then give it to me, so it makes it seem as though I'm not the one initiating this, I'm the one just receiving passively these requests from some other organ. And they talked about how it was designed to create this pretext, this appearance of propriety. These are just the first stories. And there's all sorts of other parts of these stories already about how inside his chambers, they were kind of telling these dark jokes about how disturbing this all was. Sometimes they would say, go and find crimes that this news site is doing, and the guy would come back and say, I couldn't find anything, and they would say, look, he wants evidence of criminality, be creative. It's only at the beginning. We're going to continue to do this reporting. And today, which is day 2, basically we started the reporting yesterday, this judge went to the Supreme Court and defended himself, and not only did he say, of course, I've done nothing wrong, absolutely everything I did was totally justifiable, he also said, this is the sort of fake news and dangerous disinformation that is an attack on this court's legitimacy and therefore an attack on Brazilian democracy, basically using the language that he always uses,